The case of Trayvon Martin. This was a case that became, and still is in many ways, a national sensation. It's a 17-year-old youth, African-American, who was shot by a man who was a security guard in a neighborhood, a self-proclaimed security guard. That's George Zimmerman. Why do you think this story got so much attention? And Richard, let's start with you.
Well, they labeled Zimmerman from the beginning a white Hispanic. So it kind of sets it up right there for you, Marty. This was a racially charged news story that they made it racially charged. I don't think it was. I don't think per se Zimmerman is a racist. I think that it's an unfortunate set of circumstances. It's a tragedy the young man is killed. But I will tell you this, Marty, this is a classic self-defense case. This is not a stand-your-ground case because Zimmerman was actually chasing Trayvon Martin by his own words. So the question is, during the course of the altercation and the beating that Zimmerman was taking, and the evidence clearly shows that, he shot to prevent the beating to continue. I think it's going to be a self-defense.
Ben Crump, the attorney that represents Trayvon Martin has come forward and said, look, had George Zimmerman just stayed in his car after he called the police, none of this would have happened. And Richard, this is going to have a hearing on Stand Your Ground before it actually goes to trial. What do you think the outcome of that hearing is likely to be?
Yeah, Marty, I do not think they'll be successful on Stand Your Ground. Again, I've read I've read some lead cases in Florida, and here the mere fact, I believe, that Zimmerman claims he was actually chasing Trayvon Martin takes away that fear within him that he had the right to stand your ground. So I don't think that's going to fly. It's a self-defense case, Marty. I really believe that. And I think that the delay in pressing charges, and by the way, the charges that they brought were absolutely insane, and the prosecutors should be investigated for bringing charges the way they brought them, changing prosecutors and say, okay, now charge. And the next day he gets charged with first-degree murder,
by the way, is now, I believe, with
the second degree. It's terrible.
Second degree.
We are going to, of course, be following this one when it goes to trial. It's going to be a huge case. But in the meantime, you both will be back in about 20 minutes. We'll talk about some of the more outrageous cases this year, including one about real-life Ghostbusters. So we'll look forward to that. Thank you both, gentlemen. See you in a bit.